For 3 years straight, my ex-wife and I co-parent fine. No issues. But now over the last couple of months, all of a sudden, she wants to be my friend. She wants to come to my house and sit on my counters and crack jokes, and she wants to have holidays together as a family, and she wants to invite me up to her apartment and help her fix little things around her apartment. I was simply trying to explain how I don't want to be your friend. I've already set that boundary, and now you're stepping on that boundary. I don't need you telling me that you're not wearing panties. For 3 years straight, my ex-wife and I co-parent fine. No issues. We didn't have any conversations past what needed to be happening for our kid. But now over the last couple of months, all of a sudden, she wants to be my friend.
Damn, yeah. Sounds like she trying hard to get back in. I'll be willing to bet she's the one who thought she could replace him and get better.
That's what they do. They think they can upgrade. They try to replace you because you were actually the good man. They fail for multiple years trying to replace you. So then they try to be your friend. It's one of those situations where they don't want you, but they don't want anybody else to have you either. They brainwash themselves and let people think that they're better than what they are. So they think they can upgrade from you, not realizing in the moment that you were the best they were going to find. That you were truly the good man that would have taken care of her and done anything for her. So once they get down that road of trying to replace you and failing over a couple of years, they then get the bright idea of, well, let's be friends with my ex. I'm going to try to be friends with him. I just went through this.
Okay, so you mean to tell me, right? Like she went and thought that she could get someone better, right? The whole plan backfired, and here she come running back, right? Now she's saying she want to be friends, but she's really trying to get some of the benefits of being with him. Certain things around the house might need fixing. She's starting to feel his absence. And like I said, whatever resources he came with, right? So now, of course, she's trying to squeeze her way back in. But there's more. Let's check it out.
She wants to come to my house and sit on my counters and crack jokes and, talk about her day and talk about her problems with work and everything else. She wants to have holidays together as a family, and she wants to make me coffee in the morning when I go over to pick my kid up to take him to school. She wants to invite me up to her apartment and help her fix little things around her apartment. She wants to do Halloween themed like a family with our son. But when I finally saw the light and I finally said, what's going on here? Like, is she trying to get back in my life? Is she trying to be back together? I'm sorry, ma'am. I made it perfectly clear to you that I will not be your friend. We can co-parent. We can, do all that stuff. That's fine. I have no issue with that. But we don't need to talk. I don't need to hear you vent about your work or all this stuff. I don't need you calling me in the morning when you get fired from a job crying your eyes out. I don't need you telling me that you're not wearing panties. Friends don't do that. I was simply trying to explain how I don't want to be your friend. I've already set that boundary. And now you're stepping on that boundary. So your cop-out is that, this is what's best for our kid. Us being friends is what, no, it's not. What's best for our child is for us to just simply co-parent.
No, I can't. No,
Baby, remember to
no. See, let me bust you. I found someone else.
Hey!
Let me bust you again. This person will spend on me.
Glory!
Cleaning. Cook for me.
Glory!
Do the dishes.
Glory!
I went to bed. Give me money. I'm done. See.
Baby!
See, I think I have to.
Baby, I'm not everything I've done for you, baby.
What did you do?
Baby, I sold my father's body for you.
No. That's a choice.
Baby, don't do this to me.
I said, don't call
Glory, what will people think? Baby, what will
Doing all that yelling is why I left you in the first place. That's basically what he was saying. You might need a little bit of translation, but you could definitely tell he was done. Yeah, it might take a man a minute to want to move on, but once he's moved on, he's gone. He might have found himself a woman that gives him peace, more positive energy, a woman that values him as a man, and he's not looking back.
If y'all should be taking advice from anyone, it should be sex workers. It should be women like me, women in the trade, that know all the secrets, because men will tell us where the bodies are buried because of the discretion that comes with this job, especially if you're like a good provider and a high-end one. People pay for discretion, but I need y'all to understand that these men are willing to do anything to spite the women in their lives, and the one way that they will get back at you is going to get some pum pum. I just saw a video where a girl was like, men will cheat on you like the first day of a breakup, and it's true. So many men come to see me just because they literally just broke up. Like, y'all are literally in the separation phase. Y'all are going to get back together. It's obvious. Like, it could be over something petty, and men are willing to just go be with someone else just so that they know in the back of their mind, even if you never find out, if they never tell you, that they got you back by sleeping with someone else, that they broke that trust, that they can, it makes them feel like they can just go get anybody at any moment and you are replaceable. Y'all need to be aware of that. These men, you'd be like, oh, where do they find the time? Where do they find the time? They're finding the time in places you're not looking, where you're not even thinking it's that deep. Men love talking about how emotional women are, but men are even more. They are way too emotional. They don't know how to regulate their emotions. It's just aggression and spite a lot of the time. Also, my ladies who are inexperienced, or what some people would call prude, know that these men, they want to try things, and if you guys have never discussed it before marriage, or if you're currently engaged, you guys need to start having conversations about what you expect in the bedroom. You need to be talking about the uncomfortable things. Your partner's is supposed to be the person you should trust, and a lot of men go to sex workers because they do not feel comfortable exploring certain things with someone that they trust their life with, literally their life. But when it comes to that, they are so insecure and will not speak up or tell you. Or there are men who have expressed it and they said it wasn't going to be a problem, and now that they got you, they're married, they're like, well, if you won't do it, I'm just going to go pay an S worker to do it. So it's just, these are just things to think about, because I feel like a lot of y'all are really in denial about how shitty these men can.
Enough already. I mean, come on now. Look at who you're talking about. I mean, these aren't guys who are in happy, committed relationships. So of course you're getting that type of messaging, right? So you might want to consider your source of data and take that into account when you speak about this. It's obvious that those guys would justify reasons for being there, and some people just make shit up. I will say, I do agree. You'll be amazed at how many couples don't have those tough conversations until they're trying to get serious. You done wasted all that time bonding in other ways, but leaving out important things, and then they end up having issues later on.
What is being put out there currently as dating advice is seriously beginning to concern me.
Yes, being mean also works, and it's really important when you're talking to a man.
Really? Do tell.
Because if you're too nice, a man's going to take that as an opportunity to take advantage of you, step all over you, and he's just not going to respect you at all.
I think there's a very good reason why it's projected that the majority of women in the very near future are going to be single. And it's not because they're choosing it.
You also have to balance your feminine energy while being mean, and that's what's going to make him respect you.
Huh, silly me. And here I thought that it was always best to just be yourself, as opposed to pretending to be something that you're obviously not. Because no one can keep up a facade indefinitely.
And this is known as black cat energy.
Maybe there was something to that old superstition after all, of having it be bad luck to have a black cat cross your path.
If you're too nice, a man's not going to respect you because he doesn't see that as a challenge. Being too nice is just too easy. If you're a little bit rude, then he's going to see it as a challenge, and he's always going to chase you.
Unless, of course, that man has a sense of self-worth, good self-esteem, and prioritizes his own happiness over playing games, in which case he's going to run in the opposite direction.
I know they're going to ask who hurt you in the comments, because she certainly got a little chip on her shoulder real brief, you know. But how does this even begin to make sense, right? Like, there's a difference between being too nice and being a pushover versus having boundaries as you're being respectful.
Men should pay for stuff, men to do this, you know, like men, you know, be the big boss, you know what I'm saying? But it's like now they know this, and they're like, you chase me. I'm the big boss. I got the money.
I'm
like,
the prize.
Yeah, that's the situation.
That's just wild. I don't never remember that.
He said, I'm the prize.
I'm the prize.
Right. But it's like, that's what you should be doing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
And then some men can't even plan dates. They want the girl to like put all the effort in. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
But you want me though.
Put your big boy
right.
pants on and figure out. Use your fingers and go on Google and search up cute places in Phoenix to go on a date. It's that simple. Pick up some flowers on.
Women say that they want men to take control, right? But it's only to sit back and complain later when the guy doesn't pick something that they wanted. Like the whole Cheesecake Factory thing, right? Different women might like different things. A man will just simply ask you so that he considers your input. And that's not because he's afraid to take charge. This is a huge misconception. Guys are sick of playing games and wasting precious time